Hello everyone, this week we are making soft cinnamon cookies, and in your delivery you will receive flour, sugar, 1 egg, some cinnamon and some butter. You will need a mixing bowl, a baking tray and some parchment paper, a wooden spoon, and if you would like to add some vanilla extract. So in your delivery, your baking powder and your flour are already mixed together, but what we're going to add into this mixture is 2 teaspoonfuls of cinnamon. This will come in a little bag for you. So we add 1. If you don't like cinnamon, you could add vanilla extract to make it nice and creamy and flavourful. So we've got that together and we're going to put that to one side. Now we're going to take a bowl and we're going to put our butter into. Now I've melted the butter slightly because it's just far easier to work with. And then we are going to add our sugar to the mixture, and then we're going to mix well. It doesn't take long, because the butter is melted, it doesn't take long for it to absorb the sugar. And then you can see that didn't take long at all. And then if we take our egg, break it into a bowl. It's always easier to break it into a bowl, because if you break it straight into the mixture, just in case you get shell in the mixture, and then we're going to add that into our sugar and butter, and we're going to mix it all in. There we are. Now we have our flour, our baking powder and our cinnamon in our other bowl, so I'm going to mix that all together. Now we're not going to add this all in one go, we're going to add it in 4 different batches, and so that's all mixed in. It smells amazing. And then we are going to add it a bit at a time. So we're going to add 1 little bit like that, and then mix it in. If you have an electric whisk, you can do this with an electric whisk, and you'll see that the wet mixture is just absorbing all of the flour. Now if you go on to do this, and just do it a little bit at a time until you get a nice firm dough. And the mixture comes together beautifully. These last few bits you could just use your hand to squeeze it all together, and then it comes together in a really lovely dough. And what you need to do now, once you have it all in the dough, cover your bowl with cling film and then put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes. Okay, so we've now taken our dough mixture out of the fridge, and it does feel like you could work with it much easier. So let's just put that down there. So we're going to make, now this mixture makes around about 16, 17 cookies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide mine into 4 so that I know how many. I have around about 4 each, so then cut that in half and that in half, and then we're going to roll them into a ball and then put them on the baking tray, and you do that for all of them. So we put our last one on, and now we're going to leave them in this shape because we're going to press them down when they come out of the oven. So if you put them in your preheated oven, 165 electric, gas mark 3, and we're going to bake them for 9 minutes. So after 9 minutes, check your cookies, and if they look set, which these do, then take them out. And then what we're going to do, with a spoon, we are going to press very gently down on the cookie. Now some of them might be touching at this point, but that's okay, they'll break up. And as you see, as I'm pressing, they are slightly cracking and beginning to look a lot like cookies. So if you press them all, then what we're going to do, we're going to leave them as they are for about 15-20 minutes for them to cool down naturally, and then you will have your wonderful soft cinnamon cookies.